video is all about forward flexion and really spinal flexion. So everything is not going to look like forward flexion is if you're coming forward, some of it's going to start going backward. But what we want is the ability to round and to straighten back out our spine, because you're only as young as your spine is flexible. So I'm not a huge fan of crunches because of the posture. Think about older adults. They look like this. So we don't need to encourage more of that, but we somehow think we need to be doing this action in order to get a six-pack or to develop core tone. You don't. So if any of the videos you leave out of this series or any of the exercises you leave out, it would be this one right here. Couple of prompts you need. Either 2 pieces of paper or file folders, or I've got paper plates and they are yellow for Iowa State University. You're going to start seated. I'm going to do about 10 of each of these exercises. And what I want you to do is do them until you have great form. So we're going to first start up and then I'm going to straighten my legs. This is a roll back. So you want to be nice and tall, and then you're going to actually take your tailbone and scoop it underneath you and roll back, and you're trying to articulate one vertebra at a time. Inhale and then exhale. Tuck your chin in first to roll up. And if you need to, you can spot yourself right here. And there's one, and then exhale. So it's curl under, really rib to the hip here, lower down one at a time, come back, and then exhale and come up. So there's no momentum. It's nice and easy, and your heels need to stay on the ground. Slowly back, scoop through the tailbone underneath you, come back and open, and then reach forward again. And you can raise the arms up if you want to. If you're used to doing Pilates, this is probably what you're used to doing. Arms raised, lower back stays down, exhale. Come all the way up. And now I'm going to come down with my legs here. So it's still scooping, and you can keep your knees bent if you need to. Lower down and release. Coming up, you have to be a little bit more careful. Breathe out. So you really want to roll out over those legs and then roll and curl back. Really trying to create C shape through the spine. Tuck the chin in. Breathe out. No momentum. And then inhale. Exhale as you come back down. Inhale at the top. And then exhale. Don't get all caught up about the breathing. Just be sure that you are breathing and you'll be fine. Inhale up and overhead if you can. Exhale, come back up. And I'm going to do one more just for good measure. Last time up. Breathe out. And then coming in, we're going to come back down to the mat. The second exercise is going to seem really small. So it's a mini crunch, but no head and neck strain. So there's nothing to worry about up here. Unless you have a really deep curve in your head or your neck, I want you then to make sure you have your head propped up on a pillow or roll up a towel and put it under so that your neck is super comfortable right here. What I want you to do is to take your fingertips and put them on your hip. You can feel that hip bone in there, and take your thumb and put them on your rib. And I want you to draw them closer together by just curling. So you're taking that ab, that belly button, right down towards your spine and your hips up. But try not to do the work by pushing through your heels. So it's not a lift. It's just more like a rocking chair. Back and forth, and it's okay. In fact, I'd like you to lift up back here. This little crunch will help you identify this core. I'm going to have you do 2 more right here, so about 5 total. And then I want you to move your feet a little further away and do it again. 5 more. So as we take the feet away, it gets a little harder. You actually have to use these muscles a little bit more. Your abdominal muscles go up and down, and they attach on the other side of your pelvis. So it's like pulling the reins on a horse and release. So you're actually digging in and lower back, down, and the more you get those legs out of the way, the more you're going to work those deep and lower core muscles that we all kind of complain about, because If we gain weight, it's usually down here. It's not so much up here. That's not everybody, but that's most bodies. Now go straight. Yeah, and still tilting the pelvis. So now if you have a range of motion going on here, it's because you're using your core, because you have no feet to push with. If you don't have much range of motion, hang in there. Keep trying. You may feel like I'm working, but I can't move anything. As long as you feel the work, it's okay. You just need to gain some range of motion and strength, and it will get better. So hang in there. 2 more. One more time. So this is just a mini crunch. It's a little forward flexion. And now we're going to bring that up and help you get some range of motion. So start with that pelvic tilt, but roll all the way up. And then roll all the way down and try to release the lower back from the floor if you can. Scoop that tailbone. So you're going to go lower back, middle back, upper back, and then come back down 1 vertebra at a time. Again, tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, lower down, and release. Again, scoop and roll. And this little rotation here, this roll and flexion, you want to try to really make scooping and rounding through the back, so don't pick it up flat. We want that rounding to happen, so you're really waking up all of the core muscles on the opposite side of your spine. Last time. And then we're going to turn it over, and things are going to heat up. So you're going to come right over here. And this is a part of our stabilization set as well. But right here, I want you to exaggerate. So if you can, be up on your palms if your wrists can handle it. What I want you to do is to bring your knee in and round your back. 2 on each side. And then switch. Curl, and then come back. Curl in, come back. And back. So we want to get the forward flexion here. So it's like a reverse crunch. We're just flipping it upside down. Now done correctly, this can be really challenging. And then release. And sit back. Relax. Not so hard on the back, but it can be something that gets you out of breath and can be hard on the upper body because there's a lot of work going on there. Now, you need your paper plates, okay? And I'm going to come off of my mat and go to my hardwood floor so I can slide them a little bit easier. So here's where you're going with these. We're going to hold right here, draw in, and come back. Now you can do this if you're on a hardwood floor with little towels or washcloths. And if you are on carpet, your paper plates will probably work really well too. And then come back down. Careful not to arch when you get back down. Keep your shoulders right over your hands. And do 2 more. And then 1. And relax. Come back out. Just take a little break. And the next thing you can do either on your mat or on the floor, it doesn't matter. But we're going to do a little forward flexion and extension back and forth. So first moving one end and then moving the other. And here's how it goes. So from here, you're going to walk in and then walk back out. And then you're going to walk your hands in and walk them back out. Walk your feet in. Try to keep them as long as you can. Walk them back out. Flat, and then back in, and back out. Walk in, and walk back out. There's a lot of stabilization going on here as well as that forward flexion and relax. And if you struggle with any issues in your wrist, take it easy on those. You don't have to do them. Leave out the ones that cause you pain, so nothing should hurt. Toning in here, a little awareness you're working, yes, but no pain. And that's your forward flexion.